Welcome to 7 News This Week. I'm Thevin Kassoon. Today we're taking a closer look at some of the most impactful stories taking place in your neighborhood. First, all the rain is dampening one of Niagara County's shining businesses. And for the first time, the Alzheimer's Association breaks down the prevalence of the disease county by county rather than by state. Your 7 News I-Team reporter learns how many people here in Western New York are living with Alzheimer's dementia. But first, over 5 months have passed since Buffalo lost one of its bravest, and now friends and family of firefighter Jason Arnold are ensuring that his life and legacy are remembered. 7 News reporter Derek Hyde learns about a new foundation created in honor of the fallen hero.
I'm Derek Hyde. At Engine 2 of the Buffalo Fire Department, the former place of employment of Jason Arnold, the firefighter who was killed in the line of duty in March. I talked to his friends, family, and former co-workers about how a new foundation is keeping his memory alive.
I am so grateful that I live in a city that really takes care of its own.
Like buying special kinds of soap for firefighters to use after tending to burning buildings.
Provide health and safety for them and their children because you're not bringing these carcinogens home.
And provide support for those living with PTSD.
Foundation is going to be great because a lot of us, we got to be, tough guys and girls. We want to show our emotions.
With their ultimate goal to inspire a community.
Just be kind to one another and be wonderful. This is a city of good neighbors.
The organization's inaugural event will be a cookout and volleyball tournament on August 27th, which would have been Arno's 38th birthday.
Jason would love it. He was the party planner. He loved big celebrations, and the parties, the bigger, the better. And
you can find more details on how you can attend and support the foundation at WKBW.com. Derek Hyde, 7 News, Buffalo.
Mental health struggles have been a growing issue in the last few years. Now, community leaders here in South Buffalo say that in the past 2 years, 5 police officers died by suicide right here in the zip code of 14220. So that's why they're creating a new mental health program that will help those in need.
My brother, who was a lieutenant, he ascended to rank a lieutenant by the age of 35. Was dealing with a lot of administrative stress, some administrative betrayal on the job, and ultimately took his life on April 1st, 2008.
And after the loss of his brother, Jim Banish had a hard time coping until he went for counseling. Banish says he hid his depression until a partner in law enforcement asked what was wrong, and little did he know that his colleague, too, was looking for someone to talk to.
I'm not the only one doing that's struggling. And so from there, I started very organically, grassroots, helping other officers.
And now he's extending his hand to help others like him here in Buffalo.
Devastatingly, we've lost 5 officers to suicide within this very zip code, 14220.
Senator Tim Kennedy has personally secured $50,000 for the LILEAP New York Law Enforcement Assistance Program to help provide peer-to-peer mental support for law enforcement officers.
To know that those first responders that are out there risking their lives to protect us are taking their own lives because they are in depression to the highest order.
I'm going to continue to fight every day to make sure that the men and women of our law enforcement agencies are looked after.
The real challenge, others say, is bringing people in and fighting the stigma of seeking help.
And have them feel comfortable to actually come in and say something. We're tough people. We don't like to talk about our problems. It's a sign of weakness, and it's not.
This book will save lives is one of the chapters you'll find in Banish's book, Law Enforcement Culture Unveiled. It will be released by the end of August in hopes of comforting those who struggle with their mental health.
We can get you back. So take a look in the mirror, take a look at yourself. If you don't see the same person, come see me. We'll get you back.
If you're a Buffalo police officer, you'll be able to apply to the LILEAP program online. Now, that link will be posted to the story. In Buffalo, Jocelyn Person, 7 News.
This new study marks the first time researchers have estimated the prevalence of Alzheimer's at the county level, rather than estimating statewide numbers. I spent the day poring over this data to give you a local breakdown. The dark purple counties, Erie and Genesee, are where researchers found the disease is most prevalent here in western New York. Wyoming County has the lowest percentage of Alzheimer's dementia in our region. The Alzheimer's Association of Western New York says this information will help guide their support.
Having this data is really helpful because now we know where to kind of direct our resources.
And our local chapter already analyzing this data.
This is something that we've kind of been speaking in generalities for years, saying, well, there's about 400,000 people in New York State that have a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease, but we could never give people any more kind of granular information.
I had to spread the word. I had to get rid of that stigma that's out there. Let people know it's okay to talk about it, because if you don't talk about it, it's not going to make your situation better.
David Gonlag is living with Alzheimer's disease. He's one patient of thousands who could benefit from additional resources.
There was a time when people just didn't talk about dementia and Alzheimer's. It was sort of at the stage where cancer was, and cancer used to be the big C, and nobody would talk about it. And Alzheimer's had that same stigma associated with it.
The study also points to implications this could have for treatment. Researchers say their findings could possibly expand Medicare coverage for Alzheimer's drugs in heavily impacted areas. This comes weeks after the FDA approved the first treatment for the disease in decades, which has doctors in Western New York optimistic for the future.
And now it's a total game changer. So now people will want to know. People need to know as soon as possible, because that's when these medications can work for them.
For 7 News, I'm Sean Mickey.
Strawberries. Jameer is going into kindergarten and already knows how to stock up on healthy fruits and veggies.
I feel like a grown-up, so that's why I shop like a grown-up.
All of this produce was parked at Bill's training camp on Monday in this mobile food pantry run by FoodLink, a food bank in Rochester.
I got corn, broccoli, strawberries, and bananas.
It's all thanks to the Buffalo Bills Foundation, which brought out Jameer and 24 other kids from the Delavan Grider Community Center on Buffalo's east side.
Hey, we got raw honey.
For the past few years, the Bills Foundation has focused on child hunger access to healthy eating in Western New York, a mission that was reinforced after last year's mass shooting at the Tops on Jefferson Avenue that killed 10 people and closed the store for months.
Food insecurity and food access really were kind of ignored, I think.
Nicole Borchardt is with Field and Fork, one of the many nonprofits that partner with the Bills Foundation on their health mission.
The partnership with the Bills is critical.
The mobile market.
What we were trying to do with the kids was just to bring them out and familiarize them with fresh produce, but also that there are these sort of alternative shopping avenues, because a lot of people aren't familiar with what a mobile farm market is.
Bananas.
Meanwhile, for Jameer, he's getting his strength just by lifting his groceries.
Oh, this is that heavy.
But it wasn't just food the kids brought back to Buffalo. They all got autographs from Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen.
I love you too. Nice to meet you.
Josh Allen even gave his towel to Jameer to add to his full day and that packed grocery bag.
I'm gonna bring all this stuff down, except for this camera mic thing, okay?
Okay, you're gonna bring everything home except for your microphone?
Yeah.
That's mine, right?
Yeah.
But everything else, did you get it for your family?
Yes.
Michael Schwartz, 7 News, Pittsford.
Welcome back. The SPCA serving Erie County has been seeing an overcrowding issue after they've been dealing with seized pets and dumping in our region. And this week I got a chance to look at how they nurse animals back to health through a program called Yelp for Help.
When an animal comes in here, we assess it medically and behaviorally.
Day in and day out, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Allison Keene is helping to nurse ill and injured animals that come through the doors of SPCA serving Erie County. Unfortunately, animals who come to the pet agency aren't always healthy or adoptable. So So the SPCA comes up with a game plan.
Sometimes that plan is simple. It just needs some nursing care, just some basic medication, a spay and a neuter, some vaccines. Other times they come in and they have significant injuries.
People would bring us animals. Maybe it was an owned animal who was hit by a car and they couldn't afford the surgery necessary to save that animal's life. Maybe it was a stray animal that they saw that needed some kind of life-saving surgery, very expensive. And unfortunately, there were times that surgery couldn't be paid for.
That's where Yelp for Help comes in. Since the mid-90s, the fundraiser has been able to accumulate funds needed to help a stray or a surrendered animal heal.
Because of this fund, we've been able to save thousands and thousands of animals' lives since the fund was created.
Their compassion sprung into action when a month-old pup named Jellybean was brought to their facility just last week after reportedly suffering a broken leg from being thrown out of a car.
They may need x-rays, they may need additional surgeries, they may need long-term foster homes.
Fostering does go hand in hand with Yelp for Help. Many of these animals can recover. 10 to 12 weeks recovery in a shelter setting is very different from 10 to 12 weeks recovery in a home setting where you're receiving personalized attention and lots of TLC.
Once treatment is given, many require additional medical care or intense socialization and behavior modification. The SPCA's Yelp for Help fund offsets the cost of caring for and eventually making successful adoptions possible for these animals who are worthy of another chance of being in a loving home. Febin Casahoon, 7 News, West Seneca.
I'm Derek Hyde in the newsroom. One West Seneca woman will be representing all of Western New York in next month's March On for Brain Injuries in Rochester.
Also treat. You want a treat?
On the surface, nothing seems different about Kara Moran.
Sometimes people don't know how long and hard we work, a person with an injury, to look pretty much fine.
But Kara has been a victim of 3 different brain injuries.
That we all have brain injuries, and we tell them what we've experienced and what we're hearing from others.
The most recent of which in 2020, when her brain became inflamed as a result of contracting COVID-19.
I'm 57 years old. Can I come back? One point where it was very painful and I didn't want to. And I told my husband, I'll give it 6 months. If it doesn't get better, I'm not going to be able to stay on the planet.
After 3 years and counting of physical therapy, Kara tells me she feels like herself again, except for a few things.
I have to write everything down. I can't remember like I used to.
But now she can do more of what she loves, advocating for others struggling with brain injuries.
Kara found us. So she did a search and she found our local support group.
Kara has spent the last few years partnering with the Brain Injury Association of New York State, urging people and politicians to give these injuries more attention.
And she is a great story of survival, no matter how tired she's feeling, to contribute and give back.
Kara is preparing for a statewide march for brain injury awareness in September. She is the Western New York honoree, and anybody can join her team of support.
That's why I called my team Kara's Team of Hope, because if I didn't have hope, from other people and myself, I don't think I'd make it.
The event raises donations for the Brain Injury Association's phone lines, support groups, and furthering its mission of helping those affected. I'll be posting more information on how you can donate and march on WKBW.com. Derek Hyde, 7 News, West Seneca.
I'm 7 News reporter Jordan Johnson here in Sanborn at the Sunflowers of Sanborn, where they're dealing with some issues due to the wet weather.
Like this, we'd be good. Mud and more mud causing a sticky situation for a local tourist hotspot.
Challenge for us. We started out with minimal rain, and then we have started out with rain almost every single day. We've had to postpone our first craft show because we just can't park people properly.
Sunflowers of Sanborn owner Luis Brockman tells me the picturesque venue has been hit hard by rain, even flooding some of the sunflowers on the 10-acre farm.
We've dug ditches, tried to do everything we can to drain the land, which it seems to be working pretty good now. So we're just praying that we keep on having sun till the weekend.
Because of the rain, they had to postpone vendor fairs, which brings in a lot of business. But they are hopeful the summer heat will keep it dry in time for the full bloom towards the end of August.
The flowers are coming along. They are all opening now. 3rd and 4th week is our peak season here because everyone wants to know when's everything in full bloom, and that's when the field will be in full bloom.
Which brings a little peace and serenity to Brockman.
And it's just peaceful to come out here and sit and just kind of watch the world go by.
The Sunflowers of Sanborn is open Thursday through Monday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. In Sanborn, Jordan Johnson, 7 News.
So it's not nice.
That car came out of nowhere.
I can still hear it and feel it.
The accident took everything from me.
And the insurance company didn't want to pay. I don't know where I'd be without Celino Law. They gave me hope.
They took on the insurance company. They got me paid.
Serious car crash? Call us. Celino Law. We get you paid.
Car crash, call Celino.
In football and banking, having a winning strategy is key. And if you ask me, nothing competes with 5 Star Bank's money market account with a guaranteed 12-month introductory rate of 5% APY. Your path straight to the end zone with guaranteed growth. Visit a local 5 Star Bank branch today to open an account with a minimum deposit of $10,000 of new-to-bank money. On behalf of 5 Star Bank, I'm Chris Brown, and the point is you. Member FDIC, 5-starbank.com/earn-more.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Visit GoKubota.com today to find your local Kubota dealer.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub over tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits.
Get 0% financing until 2028. Call now for your free quote.
I'm 7 News reporter Jordan Johnson here in Sanborn at Hoovers Dairy, where they had an excess of milk products. So, of course, the best solution, ice cream.
Maybe 6 different flavors, and it's just getting ingredients in and so forth, and learning the system too.
The century-old dairy is upgrading its offerings from juices, teas, and milk, now adding a sweet treat, ice cream. Right now, it takes the dairy more than 24 hours to get the basic ice cream mixture ready through mixing, pasteurizing, and freezing it. But they found a few flavors to wow.
The butterscotch, and then that's the cherry.
With the process being so new for the dairy, they're testing the flavors at their ice cream stand inside the Hoover restaurant.
We can sort of do a little playing around to get the formulas right, and once we feel that the formulas are right, then we can, then we'll have them probably put them in quarts for retail sale.
With flavors like peanut butter cup and even one to honor the matriarch of the Hoover family, Grandma Pat's Butterscotch Delight, you can probably find a flavor for you.
But you can really put a lot of things together and come up with some pretty neat flavors.
You can get your own scoop here at the Hoover restaurant from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. every day of the week. Jordan Johnson, 7 News, Sanborn.
Brian Hayden wrote his first book, and it's a doozy.
It's incredible. I mean, I've never worked so hard on anything in my life.
It's called 111 Places in Buffalo That You Must Not Miss.
Gives you a sort of a newfound perspective on the city that you might not have otherwise.
Brian is communications director for the Buffalo History Museum. Did a lot of his research right here in their library.
What I did over the course of a number of Saturdays was come in here and dig up old newspaper articles and photos and archival material.
Featured in the book and one floor up at the History Museum, the Ararat Stone, the only remnant of a planned Jewish community on Grand Island.
This place is filled with stories.
Brian does a deep dive on places like the Brain Museums, Sholkoff Power Plant, and the Flight of 5 Locks.
We really look for some of the most compelling stories, too.
Some of Brian's places you must not miss. We'll take a quick look, and there are others where you could spend all day.
Hi, how are ya?
You know, of the 111 places featured in Brian's book, this is one of the first stops he made, Sloan's Antiques. I love this dummy. Brian presented a copy of the book, hot off the press, to Mac Sloan.
Buffalo's just getting better and better as a city. It's the Queen City, and it's got a crown, and there's a lot of jewels in the crown.
Max and his family have such an incredible story, and it meant a lot to be able to include them in the book.
And we're real happy that we're good enough to be part of the book.
Now available in Barnes & Noble, Talking Leaves, and at the Buffalo History Museum gift shop, Brian and photographer Jesse Pitzler will be signing copies at the Larkin Square Authors Talk Thursday evening.
It means the world. It's really the culmination of years of hard work.
111 places in Buffalo that you must not miss. A handy guide for newbies to the area, and for the rest of us, a book that will make you fall in love with our hometown all over again.
And I'm so excited to be able to share it with Buffalo.
Mike Randall, 7 News, Buffalo.
Extreme Discount Mattress makes luxury affordable. This Ernest Hemingway mattress was priced over $6,000 on Wayfair. The extreme luxury price is just $2,999.
Where we sell mattresses for less, a lot less.
We're all looking forward to what our lives would be like after graduation. You have the world at your fingertips. We were best friends. We vowed to stay in touch no matter what turns our lives took. I can see how after graduation your friends come and go. But I didn't see that coming.
DirecTV Sports Central gives you access to every game, but Terry doesn't have DirecTV.
Come on, work with that.
Here, now you can find the game easy. Barbecue is saved!
Get in the red zone with SportsBank. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
My barbecue is ruined.
Stop right there. This week, the Denny's Super Slam is only $9.99. Hungry for all your breakfast favorites? When you want America's biggest breakfast for only $9.99 at Denny's,
it's diner time.
Now open really late.
In the blink of an eye, everything changes. If you are hurt, you could be looking at lost wages, medical bills, and pain and suffering. You may be entitled to compensation, but you need to have the right person by your side. The law office of Robert Birkin is here to help.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Birkin. If you're a passenger or pedestrian and injured in a car crash, call me today.
Call the law office of Robert Birkin, 716-855-3255. They have the experience that will make the difference.
Extreme Discount Mattress makes luxury affordable. 100% pure Talalay latex mattresses are being sold locally for $9,900. The extreme luxury price is just $29.99.
Where we sell mattresses for less, a lot less.
While these figurines are part of a Little People collector set, they are certainly not so little to Buffalo Bills fans.
Last year they were so hard to get, but I thought I'd see if I could get lucky today and stop in and see if I could get them.
Wegmans food markets filled with Bills fans Friday hoping to get their hands on this year's Fisher-Price set. Not everyone did though. I called both Wegmans locations in Depew and they told me they were sold out by lunchtime. The location on Transit telling me they opened their doors at 6 in the morning and sold out less than 4 hours later. Meantime, I visited the Wegmans on Amherst Street in Buffalo. They were still stocked with figurines at noon.
I was lucky that there still was so many that were on the shelf, so I was very surprised.
Janice tells me she's buying the sets for her 3 grandchildren.
Oh, they're going to love them because they love the Bills and they have all their, their gear, and they get to wear it every Bills game, and they have Bill days at daycare, so they're all into the Bills and shout. They love the Bills.
And she's helping to extend the Bills family pride.
Young Bills fans, I should say, along with their father, who is a big Bills fan, and their uncles and grandpas and papas. So they're all Bills fans. So they're following right in their generational line there.
Proceeds from the set benefit Oshai Children's Hospital. The set features 3 players and 1 superfan. Our Matt Beauvais speaking with Dawson Knox, who is getting a kick out of his Little People model.
I was super excited to see those things when they came out. To be in the, color rush uniform with the headband and everything, I think it's hilarious.
And Janice hopes her luck at getting this year's figurines is a preview of the Bills' Super Bowl luck.
Maybe this is my lucky year too, and along with the Bills.
Hannah Ferreira, 7 News, Buffalo.
And that's it for 7 News this week. Remember, you can catch us on our WKBW app as well as your favorite streaming device. Until next time, have a great weekend.